Hey guys, so today is Monday morning and I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about something. Crap, I'm already tearing up. I am, believe it or not, feeling good inside today. My spirit feels good. My inner being feels good. My mentally I do feel strong. The tears are because of what I want to talk about, and also yesterday I had another rough day. I've been having a lot of tougher days lately, and so what I'm gonna do is I woke up this way. This is leftover makeup. Yesterday was so rough. After church, I basically was in bed the rest of the day, and then literally suffering until close to till after supper time, and I finally got some relief thanks to prayer and people in my community praying for me. So today I'm thankful, but I'm also in like recovery mode a little bit today, because anybody that knows that when you have a vestibular attack, a really rough one, that it sometimes takes a little bit to feel better. So, but that's not even what I really wanted to talk to you about. But as some of you guys know, I started a new business called Pharmacy, and I've actually been having a lot of fun doing it because I love makeup. And I'm not trying to sponsor, I'm not trying to I'm not going to tell you about all these products. I'm just going to talk to you guys while I get ready. Honestly, I'm probably not even going to take off all this stuff from this is real life. Like, I don't feel like taking the time to scrub all this mascara off. I'm just going to get off some of my stuff. And what I'm going to talk to you about, you guys will see in a little bit here, but I'll just tell you about my morning so far. So I ended up sleeping pretty well. My face is instantly. Are you guys one of those that gets a red face as soon as they start wiping it with anything? That's definitely me. But anyways, do I have Kleenexes in here, or did I move them? I do. Hold on. Okay. So I what was I saying? This morning, oh yeah, I slept pretty well last night. Thank goodness I fell asleep in peace. Well, I guess I should tell you, maybe I should backtrack a little bit. So I'll tell you about yesterday first. So yesterday was Sunday, and for those of you guys that don't know, I'm one of the worship leaders at our church. And so I am super committed not only to God, but to my church family, and I'm on leadership there. And that's just like, it's not out of like tradition, but it's because like worship is so important and community is so important. And so even all these last 3 years that I haven't been well, I think I've only missed going to church maybe one Sunday, sickness related, and which is amazing. But we just bought a new church building. Literally, we've been waiting for 10 plus years for a building. We've been moving around a lot, and we finally got a building, and it's exciting, and it's just awesome. And anyways, so we've been in the building now for 2 weeks, and you know, obviously anytime when you have a vestibular issue or sensory issues, excuse me, a change in environment is challenging sometimes because you're used to certain things being a certain way, and your brain knows that, and so when it changes, it just kind of like straight out makes you freak out. Not like I'm not having an anxiety attack because of it, but my brain doesn't know how to deal with the different lighting or the different sound in the space compared to what I've been in for pretty much the last 10 years. And so in this space, everything actually is better, but my brain is confused right now. And so my sound sensitivity is through the roof, like, which normally I don't deal with that a lot anymore, but it's definitely heightened. And so long story short, yesterday I just put some moisturizer on and gonna put some primer on. Long story short, yesterday and it's nobody's fault because we're trying to work on things with a new sound system and a new building and stuff, and it was loud for everyone else, so you can about imagine what it was like for me. Like like I had to like keep my crap together and like not feel like an idiot. I know some of you guys will relate when you're in an environment where like, you know it's hard for other people, but for you it's like 1,000 times tougher. And I don't retreat anymore, so it's like I just try to keep my crap together and literally put my eyes on Jesus, because I just, he's my only hope, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. This was a very sporadic, where are my glasses, because I can't find what I need, video. But I just feel like sometimes it's just good to like talk about things and the reality of what we go through sometimes. And this might be a longer video, so kudos if you're gonna stick with me during this chat. But I gotta clean my brushes here a little bit. So anyways, I just struggled a little bit through church and through worship because I was on the team, and it was the first time in a couple of years when I felt that dizzy up on the stage with the rest of the team. But finally one song, we started singing one song, and Love Has a Name by Kim Walker Smith, and that song like bypassed all dizziness, all sickness I was feeling, and just put me in a place of worship, and it was awesome. It was so awesome. But anyways, before I do this next step, I need to talk to you about something, and then I'll get back to the story. This is something I've not talked about on my channel before, and honestly, it's because I'm embarrassed. Like, totally embarrassed. So, for those of you that are probably just seeing me for the first time, please go watch some of my other videos, because I'm not always this weepy and this, well, I'm open, but this is like a really raw video. But anyways, I got sick 3 years ago, and within, I can't remember exactly, within the last year and a half, I developed something. I didn't realize I was doing it until I like noticed it started getting really bad, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, why can't I stop doing this? And I found out later on, because let me say this, I did not have an anxiety issue prior to this condition that I have. It is the condition that fuels anxiety because your sensory system is all whacked out and it doesn't know what is going on. And so I just want to make that very clear because the condition, triple PD and vestibular migraine, fuel the fire for me personally of anxiety. And I didn't know that I was really doing this. And I started picking at my skin. These actually look better. I never used to pick the skin on my face, but then when I started breaking out, like I started doing it without recognizing I was doing it. And Chris would always catch me. He's like, Monica, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it. And I just have certain spots, like I have spots right on the back of my neck. And yeah, it sucks because I still struggle with that issue and it makes me feel stupid. like mentally, I'm like, why am I not able to stop doing that? And because I hate how it looks, I always have to cover my back, my face. This is whatever. Obviously, I started doing this makeup stuff and it's not all picking. I do break out yet. Like this is a breakout right here and stuff, but so it's kind of a mixture of the two, but it's like I struggle with it. And I'm not going to be like this always, but that's just something I wanted to talk to you about because I feel like it's something that doesn't get talked about a lot. And I just want you to know that you're not alone and that you don't need to feel stupid or embarrassed for having that issue when you were trying so hard to get better with everything else. And but just so you know, there are definitely people you can talk to. Like there are counselors and psychologists that can help people with these kind of things. Like I know what I need to do. Honestly, Jesus is my counselor. I go to him for everything and I pray and I do seek out other advice as well. So, but I definitely feel confident going forward that I'm going to stop doing this to my body as well. And that's that. So where did I leave off on my story? I'm going to get going on my foundation now. Where did I leave off? Let's think. I left off on brain fog is definitely here this morning. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm just gonna get, like I said, this is a raw, super raw video today, and I'm just going to try to figure out where I left off. Well, I know I was talking about when I was at church, and so I struggled through worship. I think I said that already. Was really dizzy, but then that song was awesome, and but just the whole rest of the service, I normally if I were to get heightened during worship practice or something like that, usually by time worship happens and also just sitting and listening to the sermon, I start to de-escalate. So my body starts to calm down from that kind of like sensory overload that I was having. But this time it didn't, and it was starting to cause a lot of discomfort in my head, which is very common for these conditions, but also and in the neck area. But one thing though, like it was like worse than normal. Like the amount of pressure that I was feeling in my head, like I've dealt with that for 3 years now, but this was next level. And so anyways, we're winding down, church is over. And my husband asked me what we wanted to do, if we wanted to get some food. I said, honestly, I know I need to eat food, but let's just grab some food quick and go home. And literally I spiraled terribly out of control. Like normally I can de-escalate, but for some reason this one wasn't wanting to. And like I said, the amount of pain I was enduring was insane. And the thing is, like, I did everything, all my techniques, you know, because here's the thing, it's like 99% of the time, the things that I do to help myself through moments like that help. This time, for some reason, though, nothing worked. Literally nothing. I was icing. I was putting minty stuff on my neck. I was, so I'm looking for a specific brush. I can't think right now, but I did all my things. Okay, my oils, everything. I ate. I made sure I even got some caffeine in me to help, because that usually helps me a little bit. And yeah, anyways, so what happens when, what stinks is, this doesn't always happen this way, but my mood has been so much better lately. So when I have a severe attack like that, a lot of times lately, a lot of times lately, my mood has been better. And, you know, because for a lot of people, myself included in the past, when you have an attack like that happen, it's really hard to keep your mood and your mental state in a decent place. And yesterday, unfortunately, I couldn't keep it in a good place. I was just very sad. I was angry. I was sorry, my family's out there. I was just really upset, because the thing is, it's like, you know, it's such a long journey healing from chronic illness, and it's like I'm usually super positive and like, you know, things are gonna be okay, and I do believe that. But when it comes in raging like that, it's really hard to believe that everything's gonna be okay. And I straight out, I told my husband, I said, I am angry, I'm upset, I'm sad, I am all of the things. And I don't know, I just don't understand, you know. And then this morning when well, I shouldn't jump ahead. So then last night, I decided, being I'm on leadership at our church, we have a place where we can all just privately visit with each other in a group chat, whether it's, you know, prayer request or to talk about things, you know, for the church that we need to do or whatever. And last night, I don't always do this, but it was really bad. And I was like, you know, because when you've been sick for so long, you don't want to bother people anymore. You're like, I'm just so like, I've had everybody pray for me so many times, and I'm just like, God, I don't understand. And so then that leads me into like, I don't want to bother anybody. But I was suffering so bad yesterday because like I said, you know, once I couldn't rein in the pain and all the symptoms I was experiencing, I was like need help. Like, so I messaged on our GroupMe app, and I said, hey, I'm struggling. Like, I was honest. I said, I'm in pain, and I just can't seem to knock it out today for some reason. Because one thing to keep in mind, for those of you that don't deal with these issues, like I have good and bad days, so the sensory stuff is always there, but this, I had a lot of pain yesterday in my head, like severe pain, and that's what was making it so difficult. And so anyways, sorry, I gotta look for some stuff. So, okay, anyways, I messaged on the GroupMe, and I told them how I was feeling, and sorry, I should have set my stuff out before I started, but it's all right. And I just said, can you guys pray for me, because I'm not doing good. And so people commented back that they were praying, and what I love is the people that commented back. Like, I knew in that moment, like, they're actually people that say, like, when they say they're gonna pray for you, they don't mean like, oh, I'll pray for you in a little bit, but at that moment they were taking time to stop what they were doing and pray for me. And no joke, like, I literally felt it. I am not exaggerating, and this is why I believe in God, why I believe in the Word of God, and that Jesus died for our sins and for our sickness and everything, is no joke. All the pain that I was feeling in my head was gone within like 15 minutes. And it was right in that time frame where everyone was praying for me. That is not a coincidence. I'm just saying, it's definitely not a coincidence. And I just started thanking God, because like, even my husband noticed that. He's like, yeah, there's like no way that could have went away just like that, because, you know, honestly, he sees me at my worst, and I was at my worst, and he saw it just lift, and it instantly changed my mood, and I had peace, guys. And I was able to enjoy the rest of the evening in a more relaxed state. And I still rested, and I was still taking it easy, but I was just so thankful. I don't know, I feel like I'm like all over the place, but I need a different brush. And so this morning I got up, and I was still I had quite a bit of pain in my body. A lot of that too could be because I was in bed for a good portion of the day. So I decided to just lay in bed for a while and rest. And hold on, let me find my brushes, and I'll be able to talk and finish this part. Okay. Oops, sorry, I just kicked the stand that my phone's on. It's kind of funny. Okay, words, Monica. Okay, so I woke up, and I decided, like, I just felt right away just to ice my neck and my body, because it was really tight, and I was dealing with some dizziness this morning. That was a little bit more than normal, and so I took my supplements, I got water, my husband got me my coffee, and I just chilled in bed and watched some TV, but not like the TV was on, but I was working on, if you don't follow me on Instagram, at New Life Sparrow 23, every Monday I do a Motivation Monday. And so I was kind of just working on that and asking God what he wanted for this week. And a lot of it was to worship and just to praise and to thank him. And because sometimes when things get so bad, like that's what we need to do, is to get on our knees and just thank God for everything that he's done for us. And so, and I put on there in worship for an hour, and some people are probably like, whoa, that's a really long time. But you know what? Sometimes we don't spend enough time worshiping or talking to God. We make our requests known and then we leave without having a dialogue, without talking to God. Because believe it or not, you, like, if you're a believer, you can hear God. Like it says in his word that his sheep know his voice. And so today I just wanted to get in a place of like, go beyond my diagnosis or my sickness, and to really just focus on Jesus and what he's done for me. And sometimes that's exactly the key in what we need to get ourselves out of a place of darkness and a place of pain and suffering. And also to add to that, to reach out. I've prayed this for you guys before, that everyone has somebody, a community, or just one person that you can go to and be like, hey, I'm suffering. I'm in a lot of pain. You know, not just physically, but mentally, I'm hurting inside. That you can just be real with and have them pray with you. And honestly, if you don't have anybody like that in your life, seriously, find me over on Instagram at New Life Sparrow 23, and I will pray for you and believe with you. Because like last night, for example, when I was in so much pain and suffering, and like I felt like I had no faith, sometimes we need to, I just screwed up on my eyeliner. Sometimes we need to reach out and ask for help. And where I didn't have much faith, I knew other people did for me. So if you need prayer, like I said, either comment down below, or I totally butchered my eyeliner today, or find me over on Instagram, because it's so important. And then the other thing I would say to you is to get into the Word of God. It is so healing. If you don't know where to start, some advice I could give to you is Google healing scriptures. Write those scriptures down and then look them up. I just, you know, obviously if you're dealing with sickness, but say if you're dealing with like physical pain, you can find everything in the Bible. So I would just suggest Googling whatever you need, or maybe you are lacking faith and you want more faith. Google faith scriptures and then write them down and then look them up. Say you want more joy in your life, the same thing. Find scriptures on joy and look them up and read them. And They literally will change your life. So today for me personally though, I am just, thankfully today I don't have much going on because I do feel pulled and drawn to worship today. And for those guys, if you're watching, I'm setting my face, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Yeah, so I am going to worship. I kind of feel like I want to work on a new song that I'm writing. And my goal for today is to not let pain and suffering and heartache trump my day. My goal today is to let peace dominate my day, His presence fill my day. Because what happened yesterday, days like that, and I've said this before, I don't get angry at God. I question sometimes, but I get mad at the diagnosis. Okay, this is probably a bag of something I shouldn't have opened. So I'll just say this, because I'm not mad at my body. I pray for my body. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here because I feel like I don't want to open up a can of worms. So I just pray for my body to go into alignment and to work how God created it to work. It was not meant to stay stuck in a state like this. And I feel like God is teaching me in the process, though, how to heal it. And, you know, it may not always, yes, I do a lot of the things that a lot of other people with vestibular issues do. But I'll say this, I definitely lean on the Lord more than all the supplements, all the therapy, everything else that is available to us. Because ultimately, He is the only one that can assure me 100% this thing leaving and being done. Medical field doctors can't guarantee that. Like say if you're recovering and getting better, that it won't come back. And so I'm not saying that to be anything. I just believe God more. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm excited for this week, and I really pray that you guys hear my heart. And if you are struggling with other issues outside of your diagnosis or whatever, just know that you're not alone. But I would definitely suggest talking to somebody and getting some help if it's causing, because the thing is, anxiety issues can cause other things to spiral and to get worse, and you don't want that when you're trying to heal your body. Getting the anxiety and depression under control is so key. And so for me yesterday, I had a hiccup. It's rare where I have days where it's that heavy because that's not my daily. But if you are experiencing that on a daily basis, please go talk to somebody, whether it's your doctor or if you have a pastor or somebody within your church or you're like a parent. Just start talking to somebody to help you, because you don't need to suffer every day like that. And I guarantee like people around you don't want to see you suffering either. So please go talk to somebody and take the first step, because the reality of it is getting the anxiety under control is step number one in healing, so your body can settle down and it can start to go into recovery mode, okay? So I love you guys. If this video was helpful, as always, please give it a thumbs up. It just helps me a lot, you know, because the thing is, I'm in the same boat as, you know, a lot of you guys, and, you know, we just need to be there for each other, okay? So I'm going to be done rambling now. I love you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.